There will come a time in your life when you are mistreated. You will be wronged by people you trusted. You will be overlooked, betrayed, or spoken about behind your back. And in that moment, you will feel the sting of injustice. You will wonder, does anyone see? Does anyone care? But let me tell you something I have learned, God sees it. And He takes it personally. When people mistreat you, when they lie about you, when they hurt you without cause, God does not sit idly by. He does not ignore your pain. He takes notice, and in His perfect timing, He makes things right. 1. You are never alone in your pain. I once knew a man who worked hard, treated people with kindness, and gave selflessly. But despite his good heart, life did not always return his kindness. He was betrayed by friends, taken advantage of, and left to pick up the pieces alone. One day, he asked me, why does God allow this? Why does He let people hurt me when all I have done is good? I looked at him and said, do you think God does not see? Do you think He has forgotten you? No, my friend. He is watching. He is keeping record. And in His time, He will restore everything you have lost. When people mistreat you, you may not see justice right away. But trust this, God is not blind to your suffering. He sees the way you were treated unfairly. He sees the people who hurt you. And He is not indifferent to your pain. He takes it personally, because you are His child. Just as a loving parent feels the pain of their child, God feels yours. 2. Let go of revenge. God fights for you. One of the hardest things to do is to walk away when you have been wronged. Everything inside you wants to defend yourself, to make them feel the pain they caused you. But here's what I've learned. When you seek revenge, you take matters into your own hands. When you trust God, you place justice into His hands. And God's justice is far greater than anything you could ever do. I once met a woman who was deeply hurt by someone she loved. They betrayed her trust, humiliated her, and walked away as if she never mattered. She wanted to make them feel the same pain, but instead, she chose to surrender it to God. Years later, without her lifting a finger, she watched as everything that person had done came full circle. She didn't have to do anything, God took care of it. You don't have to chase revenge. You don't have to prove yourself. God will handle what people do to you. 3. God always restores what you lose. Sometimes, when people mistreat you, it feels like they have taken something from you, your peace, your trust, maybe even your faith. But listen to me. God never allows you to lose something without preparing something greater in return. Think of Joseph in the Bible. His own brothers betrayed him, sold him into slavery, and left him for dead. But God had a bigger plan. What seemed like a betrayal was actually a setup for a greater blessing. The people who tried to harm you, they are not in control of your destiny. No one can take away what God has for you. What they meant for harm, God will turn into good. So do not dwell on what was taken from you. Trust that God will give you something even better. 4. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. You might ask, if God sees everything, why should I forgive? Because forgiveness sets you free. When you hold on to bitterness, it does not hurt them, it only poisons your own soul. When you forgive, you are not excusing their actions. You are releasing yourself from the burden of carrying their wrongdoing. Let God deal with them. Your job is to heal, move forward, and trust that He is working on your behalf. You may not see it now. You may feel abandoned, unheard, and unseen. But, believe me when I say, God sees everything. He saw the betrayal. He saw the injustice. He saw the tears you cried when no one else did. And He takes it personally. So do not waste your energy on revenge. Do not waste your peace on bitterness. Trust that God is working behind the scenes. Trust that justice will come, not in your timing, but in His. And when it does, you will see, God never forgets His children. If these words spoke to you, share your thoughts below. Subscribe for more wisdom, share this message with someone who needs to hear it, and let's walk this journey together. Until next time, be mindful, be present, and trust in the justice of God.